You know, the more I look outside this window, the luckier I feel for finding this tavern in the middle of the woods. Like, I swear, it feels like someone's casting cocytus outside this place. Like, seriously, Charlotte, are you outside?
Did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon
Shut the
for humans?
fuck up!
It's probably my imagination. I'm just gonna sit the fuck down. And you know what? I'm lucky too, because this place even came with dinner. I didn't even have to work for it. Perhaps it's the Christmas spirit that is being so nice to me. I don't know why they would, but they are. You know what? Come to think of it, this year has been pretty crazy for me, hasn't it? Like, I was in hell for the beginning of the year, and I got summoned by some of my best friends. Well, calling them best friends is a bit of a stretch, but still, regardless, I think I made quite the memories with them. You know, it wouldn't be too bad to look back on some of those memories. Some of them are pretty good. Others I think I want to forget for the rest of my life. You know what? Let's go down memory lane. Add memento.
Well, what a party that was. Agreed. You know, I'd never seen Walter so upset that he'd be willing to go on a murderous rampage. I feel like I'm lying to myself. And you probably are. Besides, knowing how many of us were at the party that night, we should be me, you, Alucard, and Cereza. Where the hell is she anyway? What? You don't know where she is? I thought you knew this entire time and were just simply going to meet up with her. When did I say this? Oh, you never said it, but it was practically implied. Well, that's just great. Now we're missing the woman that gives me nightmares and the blonde dump here. But you know, now that I think about it, maybe missing Alucard isn't all too bad. Boo. Jesus, dude! Vampire! Gee, thanks, Alucard. You couldn't be more subtle with your damn entrance.
Well, perhaps if you looked a little more, you would actually see that I was here the entire time. So the fact that it took me to speak for you guys to actually know I was here astounds me.
Ooh. What's with the vase?
Oh, it's something that I took from Walter's castle that I plan to use later. Don't worry about it.
Right. So, anyway, since you're here, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to ask you if you've seen Cereza at all.
I haven't. But she left me a list of instructions before we parted. So, if you follow these instructions, we're supposed to head to these coordinates. Luckily for you, I'm great at tracking people down.
What? You know, I'm good at that sort of thing too, you know.
Yeah. Which is why the only case you caught was a case of Belmont whip fever.
Oh, he got you good. Alucard, I fucking hate you. What on God's green earth? You mean to tell me that out of all people from that fucking party, I'm the only one who dies? This is some bullshit and all of you fucking know it. But since I'm in hell again, I might as well do something to spare the time whilst I'm here. And since I have an audience watching, allow me to offer you an idea that I had. Smash Ultimate is a game that exists primarily on the Nintendo Switch, and no other console. Am I right, Nintendo? We also got Alucard in the form of an assist trophy, and I cried that day. So, the first idea I had was to make the Belmonts a Bowser Jr.-like character, meaning that each alt represented a different Belmont. Why? Because it was a missed opportunity, that's why! So, I thought it was such a missed opportunity that out of all the Belmonts we got fucking Conan the Barbarian and Mr. Manipulator. First we have Simon Belmont, and as you can clearly see, he does not look like Conan the Barbarian, but instead, a very hot and attractive man. Cape, weird, shirt-ish, pants, whatever the fuck that is. The next character we now have to go over is Trevor C. Belmont, and holy crap, God, his design is perfection. Regardless though, as you can clearly see, I chose to go with his Castlevania Curse of Darkness appearance rather than this. And if you're wondering if I decided to choose his Crusader outfit to do the other skins, no. The partnership between Kellogg's Frosted Flakes and Castlevania. I didn't know this existed, and frankly, I wish it never did. My fucking god, he looks like fucking Barbie! And the only game he fucking shows up in. Thanks, Konami. The fourth skin is based on Hammer, the motherfucker who sells you shit. Unless your name is Sarissa Valentine, which apparently you just deserve to be in hell, apparently. Are we any closer to the goal?
No, not exactly.
Oh yay, it's just perfect for Alucard to be vague about everything.
At least I'm taking you to where you need to go. I could leave you here all by yourself. In the woods.
You know, the fact that you're reasonable astonishes me, and I hate it.
You're welcome.
Then again, I do wonder what Walter has been up to ever since the incident.
Nothing warms my heart ever so more than sitting next to a campfire. And only made with the most 100% certified corpses of those who wronged me. Fuck all of you.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yahim, you know damn well saying that over and over again will not get us there any faster. I know, but considering you'd think I'm a vampire who was trapped in a cell for I don't know how long, you'd think I'd find better things to do. But no, I'm bored! You know, for a vampire from the 11th century, you're awfully annoying.
I find both of you annoying.
Oh, shut up. You know, if Cereza was still alive, we'd be able to get there in one piece. But no, we have to follow Mr. Long-Haired Dampier over here.
Oh wow, you finally got it right.
What? I've gotten it right before, haven't I, Soma? No. No, you haven't. Oh. That puts my life on a new perspective.
And we're here.
Oh my god, finally!
Don't get too celebratory. We still don't know who it is Cereza wanted us to see yet.
Oh please, if it's from Cereza out of all people, I'm sure it can't be too bad. You know, Soma is right to some degree. Usually all the people we've met on Cereza's behalf usually are pretty chill people. Never use modern lingo ever again. Ah. Alucard, did I say something wrong?
No, it's just a matter of Soma doesn't like hearing his own language being spoken to him.
Haha, very funny, Mr. Genya Arika don't. Anyway, I'm gonna knock on the door. Why, hello. Cereza told me I'd be expecting guests.
You have got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, well, well. If it isn't our old friend, Valentine.
Oh my god, if hell couldn't get more hellier than this.
What's wrong? I thought you liked our company. Whatever happened to our old friendship?
Oh, right. You mean the same one that fell through harder than Konami during the early 2010s? Yeah, that friendship. Death, you know damn well what the hell happened and what damn near caused the damn thing. So in other words, you consider our friendship to be long gone by this point.
What a shame, because it seems we're going to be in hell for some time, and I have a feeling that your friends will not be able to help you so much.
Oh, please. Your biggest mistake was not having faith in either 3 of them. Hell, I could even have faith in one of them. And besides, the person I sent them to is someone I can trust with my whole heart.
Sure, you trust them. However, do you trust that they'll be able to do it well?
Death, I know what you're doing. You might as well just shut up. I know I'm going to be here for the long haul because I usually do, so you might as well just shut up and let me have my silence. Oh my god, it's so cool, the moon. And it kind of gives it leverage as to how good it is because of how different it is, if that makes any sense. Because it sounds funky. You wouldn't expect something like Vampire Killer to sound funky. Ha! Aria of Sorrow. The best GBA Castlevania game ever made. Objectively speaking, anyway. I only have like 3 favorites from this entire OST. The rest of them I've kind of already overheard to death by this point. I'm looking at you, Castle Corridor. Dracula's Fate, Confrontation, and Formidable Enemy. Also, I can't be the only person when they hear this song they think of this dickhead! But, let's get into them so you can understand my surprise. Or, to better yet put it, let's paint the canvas of the musical notes that we shall listen to. That was meant to be a joke because the main villain does paintings. Whatever, I'm terrible at jokes. Now you're probably asking yourself, am I gonna go over Castlevania Judgment again? No. No, I'm not.
What a lovely compilation you put together. If only you would do that for our friendship.
Oh my fucking god, Isaac, what the hell are you doing right now? Can you please just save me already? So, tea anyone? So, you 3 must be the ones I was told to expect.
Yes.
Alucard, who the fuck is this?
He's one of the Devil Forge Masters that used to serve Dracula back when I fought him. Isaac LaForez.
Really? You fought that guy? And here I thought you never brought it up.
I didn't, because I don't want to remember it. But since Cereza decided to think entrusting her life with this man was a good idea, it unfortunately irks me to bring it up again.
Oh, bravo! It seems you've done your research on me, Alucard.
You know, I usually don't have the feeling to off myself, but I have one of those feelings right now.
Okay, Alucard, okay. Usually I'm not the optimist here, but I'm sure there's more to the picture than we're really letting ourselves see here.
Perhaps you're right. Fine, I'll leave you to the questioning then.
What? So, Mr. LaForez, why exactly did Cereza entrust you with her life exactly?
Well, we happen to be quite good friends. We've known each other for quite some time.
Please rephrase.
Fine. If you so need it to be. I just so happen to have owed her a debt. So, in case of anything bad happens to her, I'm here to repay it.
And what was this debt exactly?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, you know what? I think I don't want to know anymore.
Oh, and what about the silver-haired one? The other one, not the one with the white jacket. He's been awfully quiet ever since he got here.
Yeah, Yahim, it's not like you to be a zipped mip for the entire time we've been talking. I'm sure there's something you'd be willing to say. Hopefully.
Are you a fag?
No! Yeah, on second thought, Yahim, shut up.
Oh, your friend has quite the mouth. But I'm glad to help you. First, we need to get certain materials in order for me to summon her back from the dead. Luckily for all of you, though, the things that we require aren't too complicated. Neither are they hard to find. However, for some of you it might prove challenging.
Oh my god. You know, whatever Sorza is going through in hell right now probably is a lot funner than what we're doing.
So then I told him, I will simply take away your fancy boots, your fancy shield, and your weapons. That is what happens when you disobey the master.
Oh my fucking god, just kill me already.
Oh, don't be a sourpuss. I thought you liked my stories.
Yeah, they were fun until the 500th time you told them.
Alright, fine. I'll let you tell your little stories. Not that there'll be any interesting though.
Oh my god, thank Christ. Or chaos, really. A chance for me to finally speak without telling death to shut up, or perhaps me contemplating to ending my life. Is it the complex yet fantastical world of its music? Yes, but no. The thing we're talking about specifically today is the bosses. Each Castlevania game has had a plethora of bosses to fight, and each of them are varying from very enjoyable to I want to slit my own wrists. Honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is, what the fuck is that? Oh, and then there's the occasional ghost girl that he summons out of his mouth. Yeah, that just sounds weird. Do you know how humiliating it is to realize that, oh, you can just fucking beat him with a fucking skeleton? But then the second phase happens, and oh my fucking lord, I want to slit my wrists. And I don't know about you, but I'd say this fight is probably the most interesting vampire fight in this game. Yeah, I'll die on that hill. Which, knowing how the final boss of Symphony of the Night goes, I think Aurochs was primarily made to have a Dracula-esque boss, so then that way they can focus on making Dracula in this game whatever the fuck he actually ended up being. Either it's the shield method, or it's the Chrysogrim method. Personally, I have used both. However, I will say it's pretty underwhelming that we never get to see him in any other Castlevania game besides Symphony, considering he's never really made much of a boss appearance in any other game. No, I'm not counting that. I don't know what fucking cocaine this version of Death has, but oh my god, he's on it. Oh, Cereza, since you're making such a big deal about Death being hard, it probably just means that his moves are hard to read. No, that's not quite it! Yep, my number one boss from Harmony of Dissonance did not even make the top 10. However, it did make the top 15, so hooray. First he summons a dragon, the Abominable from Monsters Inc., and Yoshimitsu from Tekken Tag 2. Considering how the entire room is pink. Isaac, is there something you want to add? Although a lot of people chunk Walter to just be a Dracula clone, and to some degree you're right, and he has the power to use demonic Magido. Instead, however, he transforms into a demon and launches a giant fireball towards the center of the stage, which causes a massive explosion to then incur. And if you get hit by it, well, Now, some people may think that I only put Walter here because I'm trying to make amends for our relationship, which, you can't be more dead wrong. I'm totally not doing that. I can be professional. You douches. By far, Eligor's design is one of the most unique I've seen in the series, and that's saying a lot considering, well, you know. Like, oh my god, do not even get me started on fucking Deadly Tempest. My Christ. Then there's also those gold skeleton heads that he summoned that basically work as suicide bombers. Oh, and it's not a death boss fight if he doesn't hurl his fucking scythe at you in very annoying patterns. It can't be a death fight without it! Granted, he looks like Lucifer from Shin Megami Tensei, but that's besides the point. If you don't succeed, well, there's always the bad ending. I'm telling you, Havoc from Mortal Kombat would have a field day here. The fricking gas that comes out of his fricking ribs. What I like to call Milkman.
I'm the milkman. My milk is delicious.
I mean, in retrospective, yeah, people would call me a lunatic for putting something in my top 3 as stupid as a ball. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this boss's placement in number 2 is just straight up bias. I know people wouldn't even put Beelzebub anywhere near their top 10. I'm talking about Beelzebub from Castlevania, not the one from freaking Persona, you dickhead. I think that this was one of the coolest bosses I have ever seen in my life. Which is pretty funny because Beelzebub's not really alive now, is he?
Alright, I'm here to check on our reports. Alucard, did you get the cherry stones like I requested you to?
If this is what a cherry stone looks like, then yes, I have it.
Perfecto! I couldn't expect anything less from Daddy's little man.
Please shut up.
Alright, it's your word against mine. Soma! Did you get the little amulets that I asked you to?
Yeah, you douche. Do you realize how hard this shit was to get?
Oh, I knew how hard it was to get. That's why I sent the most entitled one to get it.
Oh, you asshole.
Oh, Soma, you're being such a tease. And lastly, what was his name again?
Yahim or Armster. Take your pick.
Okay then. Mr. Armster, did you manage to get the hair of the sacred one that I asked you to get?
Maybe?
I'm sorry, Armster, I didn't think I heard you correctly. What do you mean, maybe?
Well, I did get this white hair. I just don't know if it was from the sacred one that you mentioned.
Oh my god, okay, you're being such a useless little demon. Okay. Mr. Armster, the man who is the sacred one to Cherry's eyes has white hair, white skin, white eyes, wears red with white pants and black boots. How is that not descriptive enough for you to understand?
Oh, yes, right, actually. I even got a mark from the guy because he wasn't being very cooperative. If you ask me, I think he was,
Don't care, didn't ask. Now, with everything settled, let the ritual begin.
So I was just minding my own business, eating my sandwich, because I worked hard for it, you know. And then Calypso just walks up in front of it and takes it away. Seriously, what is with them?
I understand not your predicament, but as long as we get the repairs to Valentine's castle in hand, I think that's more important.
Jesus Christ, I haven't seen this much dust since 1816. Weren't you in a dungeon? I was.
So how would you know that there was a year without summer?
I read it in a book. How? Oh, Soma, my young friend. How unfortunate you believe delivery to be a modern invention. Dear Chaos, I can hardly damn near see anything. To be or not to be? That is the question. To be mortal or a god? That is the cycle. I am the monster that breathing men would kill. I am Cereza Valentine. Oh, come on. There. Better? Yup, that seems to do it. You're alive! Seems like those instructions on the back of the cereal box did work.
I'm sorry. What?
Anyway, now that our favorite Countess is back and kicking, what are you going to do now? Oh, I have some amends to make. You don't possibly mean...
What the? Oh, lovely. It's just my luck that I get interrupted when practicing for the upcoming Castlevania Symphony. I'm coming, damn it! What? Oh, it's you. Didn't I kill you?
Yes, you definitely did.
So then what's the deal? Want to play another game where you get sent back to the other realm?
Oh, no. You misread my intentions.
Then why are you here?
I've come to apologize. In the only way that I know how.
And in what way would that possibly be? Oh my god, you're actually doing one about me.
As if I were to do a poll amongst Castlevania characters, Walter would hardly make it past 10, being beaten out by characters like Dracula, Simon, Richter, Trevor, Sona, Alucard. Okay, yeah, you get the picture. Well, I have the belief that Walter Bernhard is the best villain that this franchise has ever seen.
How many times does this happen to you?
More than you think, less than you hope. What makes him more unique from Dracula and other villains? What drives him to do what he does? Was he more powerful than Dracula ever was? All fair questions that we may never get answered due to... decisions that were made. A surprise, to be sure, but not the correct one. Is it Yahim? Although a vampire, yes, he primarily plays the role of secondary antagonist alongside Medusa and Succubus. But even he could hardly be called one considering how much little time we have spent with him, which leaves us with only one man left. Kid fucking Dracula. However, he is never mentioned by name, but if you need me to tell you that they are referring to Walter in a sentence with Eternal Knight, Castle, and Vampire, then perhaps subtlety isn't in your realm of expertise. Killing Justine Gandolfi. Turning Justine Gandolfi into a vampire. I have a theory that she is Succubus, but the comic for the game outright shows that isn't true. But whether or not the comic is canon to the game is something entirely up for debate. Imprisoned an eldritch horror and tortured it for a very long time. Killed possibly hundreds of people who played his game. Fought Yahim Armstrong and chained him in an underwater dungeon. You'll see why that's important later. Kidnapping Sarah Trantoul. Turning Sarah Trantoul into a vampire. Making deals with death. Death drinks him like a Slurpee. Wait, that doesn't sound quite right. If Leon had been defeated by Walter, his reign of eternal terror would continue for hundreds of years to come. There would be no Dracula. There would only be Walter. Welcome. What would they do exactly once they sought everything that they wanted to do? Well, find ways to entertain themselves. No, not like that! Castles. Or as many kings from history's past may remember them being, dick measuring contests. I will say though, it is very funny in the ironic sense that each Castlevania game has a church or chapel area to some degree. When you know, the whole anti-god thing. Meth in it. If players didn't know better, you'd think this lab was owned by Walter White. Minus the whole attacking you till you're dead thing. You see, Abrahamics, this is why you don't need your golems active on Sabbath day. And that being the Dark Palace of Waterfalls. And by waterfalls, I mean literally only one waterfall in the bridge area. Come on guys, you had one job. Nahim himself is an interesting character, whom I may touch on one day. Not like that. He put him in an area covered to the brim with running water, and deep caverns and ravines that are most likely filled with water. If you think being a human in Alcatraz is bad, imagine being a vampire and being stuck in this place. Yeah, it would not be fun, and a little extreme, but what can I say? We vampires love having fun around here. The entire area is a theatre, however I will say the second floor gives me the biggest heebie-jeebies I have ever had the displeasure of experiencing. Then congratulations! You have purchased a one-way ticket to hell! And hallways tighter than... I was going to say the bond of friendship. Yeah. Please don't hurt me, I just got resurrected. Plus, this area allows for a view of the outside world. And by outside world, I mean literally the void, so enjoy the view while it's there. Is he here? I'm not showing it if he's here. He's not? Well, alrighty then. Ow! Dracula has death. Walter no longer seems to have him.
That was... Oh my god, I have tears in my eyes. That was the most thoughtful thing I have ever heard you say about me.
Well, Walter, what can I say? I think very highly of you. And in fact, there's hardly any Castlevania character, well, that's left, that I've met, that I can honestly say I've had the best experiences with. Hell, you were there when my channel got big, and you stayed. For a while. And now that we're here, we can only hope for things to go back to normal from this point onward. However...
Wait a minute. What do you mean, however?
Like all sagas, there has to be a conclusion. And luckily or unluckily for us, I know exactly what that conclusion will be. Definitely questionable, but I wouldn't say they're as questionable as Wave 1's choices. Seriously, Wave 1, Toadsucker, are you kidding me?
It's another fucking lemon sucker.
And then on top of that, make it the worst one! Whose decision was this? It's literally the worst decision you could have made! Cooper Beach, Ghost Valley, Choco Island. And it's definitely by far the worst course to represent the beauty and majesty of the SNES courses. I know some of you are laughing, shut up. Hey, it's me, Mario from Brooklyn. Where is the mama spaghetti? Like, it's not inoffensive, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Cause, you know, Mario Circuit exists. I'm also fascinated in all the European countries, because, you know, bias. It feels great not being shot for putting Waluigi Pinball anywhere that isn't first. Oh, Sarasa, I cannot believe this is happening to you. Hear my final words. Waluigi Pinball is not as good as everyone says it is.
Oh, thank God she's dead. I don't have to care about her dying anymore. Time to head to a Tesco.
Yes, like Baby Park and Excite Bike Arena, Sky High Sundae has the same layout as those two courses, being an oval. However, I have one thing to say as a rebuttal to everyone who says that's the issue. It's a fun oval. For some reason, in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version, there are no penguins. Like, at all. It won't be beating Banshee Boardwalk anytime soon, but I can say for certain it's my third favorite. You weren't expecting this one to be the number one, but guess what it is? It's GBA Snowland, so get screwed for all it's worth. The one GBA course that everyone hated because of earthquakes. And now everyone loves it! Probably. Maybe. Okay, maybe they don't like it that much. But who cares about everyone else, am I right? This is my list, and it's about me.
Hey, Sarasa. What are you up to today?
I'm busy refurnishing. Don't you have something more important to do?
I'm a hologram. What more important things do you think I could possibly be doing?
Oh, I don't know. Finding a pet or something? I don't fricking know.
Hiya there.
Who the hell are you? Holo, do you know who this is?
The fucker left me.
So, what you doing?
Well, I was restructuring my furniture for a guest, but since you showed up, that has been temporarily halted.
Oh, that sucks. Anyways, I was wondering if you like dinosaurs.
Odd question, but sure, I'll bite. Yes, I do like dinosaurs.
Oh, perfect! Because I was wondering if you've ever heard of a game called Mario Kart Double Dash. Because in that game, there's a course called Dino Dino Jungle. It's like DK Mountain, they share the same music and everything, but this one has dinosaurs. Yes, you heard me, dinosaurs all over the track, and there's one near a bridge, there's one near a series of bridges, and oh my goodness, it's my favorite. Is it your favorite? It has to be your favorite. It's just so good and captivating. Like, there's no other course like it in the game or in the series. Like, the controls of the game are really complement the course. That's one of the easiest courses in the entire game. It's just so good, Cherry. You gotta understand what I'm talking about. It's just so good.
Frankie! Would you be interested in seeing me perform a magic trick?
Oh, cool. I didn't know you did magic, but sure.
Instead, what we are going to do today is we are going through each Mario Kart game and selecting the finest courses when it comes to being pure and utter garbage. To start this off with the SNES tracks, we have...
Wow, you have some weird tastes.
I'm sorry. Why are you still in my house?
I'm here to help with this list, or whatever.
Why?
Because I am your great and honest friend who values our friendship.
You're bored, aren't you?
That, and I find your suffering funny.
Well, I'm adding that to the list. Now, if anyone would ask me why I hate this track so much, it's because a certain friend of mine likes to talk about it way too much and hypes it up to be the best thing since the invention of fire. Ice blocks, ice physics, tight windows to turn, and a lake at the center of this course that swallows you if you are there longer than a millisecond. That stupid fucking dead end. No, everyone. This choke point is so good that in fact I would start a world war over it. So do you think I have any happy feelings towards Mario Circuit 3? Because if you answered yes, you'd be horribly mistaken.
Oh my god, Cherry, don't you love this game?
I would, my fair stallion friend. However, I am not blinded by 90s nostalgia and plagued with a low standard like everyone else seems to be.
I'm going to file this under... yes.
Penguins? Oh, and if you get hit by anything, congratulations, you have now purchased a one-stop ticket to the planet Pluto. But if you fall off the track and into the water, congratulations. Lakitu will take his sweet-ass fucking time trying to recover you from the ice-cold waters of Antarctica. You know, there are things in life that simply just make me want to die. DK Jungle Parkway is one of those things. I will adopt children and give them a good education, so then that way they never have to say that DK Jungle Parkway is good. Alright, finally! A game that I truly enjoy down to my very soul.
Really? I mean, it's alright, but it's not as good as...
Finish that sentence, and I will finish you.
Whoever designed the layout for Lakeside Park needs to be fired, and if they already were, I'm glad you did. The only other course I can really name off the top of my head is Choco Mountain, but even then you have to be really freaking stupid in order to freaking make yourself get from first to freaking 8th.
You know, I'm having a blast. Got these cruise tickets for cheap, and I'm having the time of my life. Hey Cherry, how you doing?
The concept of hatred was birthed from my body when I first played Dino Jungle. Whoever designed this is rotting in hell somewhere. Also, whoever thought it was a good idea to put the fucking double item boxes underneath the dinosaur, you are rotting! Oh, and I know Double Dash fans say, oh, we love the game because it's so chaotic, teehee. Honey, there's a difference between chaos and then outright bullshit. This course is outright bullshit. Can we agree that this game is goated?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, thank God. And the music kind of suffers the same thing as DK Jungle Parkway.
Alright, Cherry. What are the tracks you hate in this game?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we're on Mario Kart Wii now. Do you not have a single course in this game you hate? Not even one?
Well, there's a few retros in this game that I do despise. DK Jungle Parkway, Peach Beach, Ghost Valley, Sherbet Land. You know, the usual. But as far as nitros are concerned, there isn't a single one that I hate. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Moo Moo Meadows, but it's mid at best. So, practically inoffensive.
Didn't that help answer it for you, Frankie?
Alright, since you didn't have any hate bones for any of the Wii tracks, maybe we can keep up that positive momentum.
Oh, Frankie, my naive friend. This is the part where I get hate mail.
Hey Cherry, it says that there are only 2 courses in this section. These don't look all too bad either. I'm sure you have good reasons as to why you hate them, right? Why are you smiling?
Ah, it seems another adventurer strays themselves into the eternal forest. Worry not. I am Ronaldo Gandolfi. Welcome to my cabin. It's not very often adventurers stray into these woods. However, it seems you have been enticed by Walter's game. So for that, I am here to help you.
I'm sorry, when did you get here?
Take this for your journey. 'Tis the Whip of Alchemy. A whip imbued with magical properties that should allow you to slay the creatures of the night.
But I am a creature of the night, for crying out loud. I'm a freaking vampire!
Walter likes to play a cat and mouse game with those who enter his castle. So, You must be aware of that.
Oh my god, is he even listening to me? Am I in hell? No, I can't be in hell again.
Just remember, if you require anything, just come back to my cabin. And if you need quick transportation here, there's tickets that allow safe passage into my cabin. Good luck.
What? Oh my god, why is my hair blonde? Castlevania Lament of Innocence is a game that came out on October 21st, 2003, meaning that it celebrated its 20th anniversary just recently. I am here today to explain as to why Lament of Innocence is probably my favourite Castlevania game of all time, if we're discarding Harmony of Dissonance from the straight up bias bin. So if you want to look at my opinions on the OST for Lament of Innocence, you could check out that video that's longer than the Bible. And, come to find out, it actually is coming from a vampire who lives within a castle within a forest that is cursed with eternal night. He also states that Leon's betrothed, Sarah Trantoul, has been kidnapped by said vampire. You know, Matthias, you really could have led with that one. Also, Leon, how the hell do you not notice your girlfriend is missing? A dimensional disturbance.
What the hell is this?
For those of you who aren't in the know, a baron is an aristocratic title that means that you're more powerful or you have more weight to your name than a lord. However, you're not as important as other titles like counts. Still though, a very high position to have. However, Leon has a question to ask him, and that question falls under the lines of, why the hell would you live in a place like this? Eternal life can be very boring, cause you know, immortality is a bitch. It's like being a new player in a PvP game where your first opponent is someone who has all of the cheats activated. Yeah, you can understand how much of an uphill battle this is. And Ronaldo assures them that if he needs help, all he has to do is holler back to the cottage and he will have supplies of items, potions, and whatever have it for him to have. Granted, he needs to pay for them shits because, you know, the market economy isn't gonna run itself. Then, the Dark Palace of Waterfalls. After traveling throughout the entirety of the House of Sacred Remains and defeating this, if Yahim is a vampire, why is he imprisoned in here while Walter is up there?
Shut up!
Okay. Leon soon finds himself in the Ghostly Theatre, where eventually, after going through the Nightmare Realm that is the damn place, none other than our tactitious friend Matthias Kronqvist! Wow, I did not see this coming. He is fucking hot. 2. His personality is very alluring, and if he were to try and charm me, I'm sure he would succeed within the first second. And 4th, holy shit is he hot.
I am the storm that is approaching.
The horny is no more.
It feels very enjoying to just whip the shit out of these creatures. Ha, it reminds me of the good old days.
What do you mean by that?
Wow, I can't believe another game copied from Dark Souls. I can't believe this. Someone called Pyrocynical. I think we found another one. So, if you have the dagger and the purple orb, I recommend using that most of the time. If you are stone cold in your ways of the dagger, or you're just fucking Australian. Also, Hadouken. Have to have that obligatory Street Fighter reference somewhere. What it basically does is summon a ring of knives around you and launches them faster than a Romanian can pick up your wallet. Then we have the spread gun. I'll be very fucking honest, I have no idea what the hell this is. If you wanted to stun an enemy, you can either just kill them outright, or just find better weapons to do so. Why does this even exist?
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Where essentially Leon becomes a guest character from Tekken and starts using the 10-hit combo that he learned from Kazuya Mishima. And then bada bing bada boom, a family no longer has a father. The next ability we have to look at is Shadow Plane, and essentially what it is. I could have sworn that I said something, yet I can't for the life of me remember. You mean to tell me I can recover 8 health out of my hundreds of health that I have in reserve, just so I can do 12 damage to the enemy? Say no more, take my frickin' crystal. And it's blue! Granted, there are 2 types of people in Lament of Innocence. People who like to have the hand of God on their side, or people who like rain. Next up is the Divine Cross, which essentially summons a giant cross in front of you and basically acts as a separator between you and the heretics. Next variation is Michael's Sword, and essentially what that one does is essentially... Well, congratulations! It does 1 plus damage. Altogether, it doesn't do the same amount of damage as something like Michelle's Sword or the Holy Light. If they fly, you are probably going to die. If they are big, get ready to be launched like a stick. If they have claws, from below as well they'll stab. If they have shields, pray that they don't have spiritual ones either. If they look like a fish, you will die from Sonic the Fishhog. If they are floating swords, annoyance will follow soon after. If they run on all fours, prepare to try and leave via the door. If they are skeletons, they're pretty cool. Unless your name is the Skeleton Flower. Some are fun, others cannot even entertain seniors at a retirement home. Then there are some that are easy, and then some others that can instantly qualify themselves to be in the next Dark Souls game. Other than the fact that her presence and cutscene make me want to actually hurl. And the occasional attack where she'll decide to expel snakes out of her mouth, as disgusting as that sounds. Other than being butchered in Castlevania Judgment for no particular reason. Okay, seriously, what is with Konami and making bosses look phallic? Hell, for the uninitiated, this is probably just Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Hell, you probably think this is Mara! The Undead Parasite is actually a fun boss to encounter, especially considering that it's the first boss you fight. Yeah, now that you know that little piece of context, it doesn't make things any better now, does it? Once you dispatch the 4 eyeballs, it will then move on to its second phase where it will have a... Seriously, what the hell is this? All the while, the fricking whatever the hell this is, starts attacking you more sporadically. So you know what that means. More fire and more random whatever the hell it's doing. Now, if you ask me what is the parasite exactly, the Mara looking thing or the room that you're in, I don't know, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Now aren't we just coming back in full circle? Of the moon. But the number 1 is the Forgotten One. Haha, funny joke, am I right? So if you think you can just skip on by him, nah, you're funny. You're gonna fight him like the rest of us, pal, and you're not gonna have dreams about it. If only there wasn't a game that was developed by the same people who made Metroid Dread and published by Konami that totally did not ruin him in any way, shape, or form. And now you're probably wondering, how did Walter imprison Yahim down there if he too is also a vampire? So if he were to activate the water, he would be trapped there too. And my response to that is... You're really asking that from a series that has teleporting vampires, a legacy family that basically hunts down one guy, and yet nobody on the planet just chooses to hunt the vampires along with said family, and only after that family leaves did they try to fill the void? Essentially, my answer to that question is... he just did, lol. Or... this is an allusion to the fact that the boss in this area is an undead parasite who dilutes or consumes helpless souls into following his religion or ideology to further enhance his own gains. This is some Hideo Kojima-ass commentary.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
Turn off.
Sareza, I know damn well that shit did not happen.
I swear to any god that I can conveniently swear on, it fucking happened. He was literally right in front of me and speaking to me as if I was a blank piece of cardboard.
Sareza, that cannot be plausible. That happened 1,000 years ago. He is dead by this point. You mean to tell me that Ronaldo Gandolfi, The man whose daughter I have done things to, which I legally cannot discuss, is alive.
Yes! Hell, when I looked at the tips of my vision, I literally saw blonde hair. I don't know if you know this, Walter, but I'm not blonde!
I don't know. But if the shoe fits...
You know, Walter, the nearest ledge is 5 yards away.
I joke with you, be a good sport. Besides, now that that happened, what's the next thing you plan on doing?
What do you mean?
Well, you're not staying here, that's for sure.
Oh ho, I can't wait to hear this one. Why?
Oh, I don't know. You turned my castle into a shelter for men who have men issues. Some of the rooms in my castle are no longer where they should be. I wonder where they went. And lastly, Matthew doesn't seem to like you very much.
Oh, no shit, I didn't even know the last part was true.
Sarcasm.
But where the hell do you want me to stay then? It's not like I can ask Dracula if I can stay with him for a while. Last time I met with him, I fucking blew up his castle!
And why the hell did you do that?
He said that Castlevania Chronicles was the 8th worst Castlevania game.
Alright, on second thought, understandable. Continue.
It's not like I can go to the Belmonts because, you know, they're Belmonts. And I practically already met up the bargain that I had with Isaac, so he doesn't really owe me much of anything anymore. And it's not like I can go with Alucard because he'll probably want to kill me too.
And why the hell would he kill you?
Okay, remember how I said that I blew up Dracula's castle because he put Castlevania Chronicles in 8th?
Yes?
Well, before that, I kind of had a relationship with his younger self.
Oh my god, you fucking did not.
So yeah, if he finds out about that, I am dead with a capital D.
Why don't you try living with Carmilla for a bit? I heard her place is always open to those who need it.
You are clinically insane if you think I'm ever gonna go near her.
Oh well, suit yourself. But anyway, it was nice speaking with you, Valentine. Hopefully the next time we speak will be on more friendlier terms.
Now what the hell do I do? Who the hell, out of all people, is calling me now? Yes, hello?
Season's greetings, my lord.
Oh. Hi, Calypso. Wasn't expecting to hear a call from you. What do you want?
I have news that I think will be of use to you.
That being?
Your castle. It has risen once again. Awaiting for the day when its lord can finally return to its seat.
Oh my god. Yes! Finally! Just in time! Alright, Calypso, you hear me, you freaking sexy-ass wizard. I am coming home.
We'll be expecting your arrival.
Worry not, Castle Nero, for your master is returning home. God, it's only been a year. And already I miss them. Usually it takes me about 50 years to miss somebody. Considering, you know, my immortal life and all. But, you know, yeah, I'm gonna miss those fuckers if I never see them again. Which, knowing my life and how fucking cruel it can be, I'll probably see them again eventually. But, regardless, let's celebrate the holiday season and wish in a new year. I do wonder, though, exactly what they're doing.
So, how is it down there in the basement?
Silence, you cur! You know, the crappy part about being the Dark Lord is that it comes with immense amounts of loneliness.
You know, Solo, I'm very happy for you. But can you please get out of my house? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Nice to see you again, my son. How did you spend that free time you were away from your father? I spent my time with Cereza Valentine.
What?
Come back, Hector. I simply want to congratulate you for sleeping with my sister, you freaking homewrecker.
They're probably having a Christmas festival the same way I'm having it right now. Lonely bastards. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner now. I am Cereza Valentine, and I must keep my head up high. As soon as it will be Christmas Day, even sooner it will be time to usher in the new year.